So we're back on Madden 22 franchise doing another experiment, probably a brain dead experiment, but an experiment that I kind of wanted to do for a little while, and it's kind of an experiment people talk about in real life a lot, and one that Washington themselves have kind of been running for some years now. But I wanted to see what is more important in Madden, a quarterback, aka 99 overall one, or a 99 overall defense. I know it seems a little lopsided, but that's the kind of, like I said, it kind of feels like that's what Washington's been doing for the last couple of years now. But of course, you can see Carson Wentz with a 43 overall. I put him at 60 and everything, and I was like, I'm going to raise his awareness and throw power to whatever. But you know what? Because of how unfair the speed it was, supposed to be 60, the game's kind of broken, but because of how unfair 99's everything is, I'm going to put Carson Wentz at 60 and everything. Screw it, dude. But obviously you can see here the defense is, I mean, kind of unfair. They're 99 overalls. It is what it is. It's kind of juice. So it's pretty simple. It's simple as that. 99 overall players on defense, not a 99 overall quarterback. That's really it. Now, you can make arguments that, well, it's a little unfair because you also have to factor in the receivers and all that, but the argument always has been quarterback versus defense. So, you know, people talked about, you know, Brady with the Patriots. He never had any talent. So, if you want to run that argument, we're running the argument that Washington's got just enough talent, all right? So, this could, like I said, be another brain dead experiment, but at the end of the day, it could be also a surprise if the quarterback sim actually beats the defense sim. You just never know. I think I'm going to try to run a pass-heavy offense just to make it a little bit more even once again, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoy these types of videos, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe. We do a ton of them. And if you want to run an experiment on yourself, this is really weird. This is like legal liability things. Please don't run experiments on yourself. Maybe go check out the second channel, Jeromepkr Plays. Do a ton of non-Madden stuff, obviously, over there. Probably need to upload tomorrow, speaking of. But actually, I don't know when I'm uploading this. These kind of videos just kind of come up when they come up. They do their own uploading. But let's get right into it. I don't know if okay. I don't think the quarterback one's gonna win out on this because a 34, what was it, 31 overall Carson Wentz with this insane defense just so happened to go 16-1, and that is probably partly due for the fact that the game doesn't recognize Carson Wentz as a bad player. I'm not really sure what the situation is here, but apparently Carson Wentz is like a top 15 player with 31 overall. Okay, we're exposing the game again. Love it. Maybe should have went with the other team instead first, because now it's just like, well, we know that they're not going to keep up. Like, there's just no... The MVP of the league went to... did I like glance over defense, or did I just forget to? 40 sacks. All right. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good season, I suppose. I mean, it's all right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we probably should have went with the other one first because there's just no chance. We got a lot of best position awards as well, but there's just no chance this team. Maybe the game would be different if we actually went in, perhaps. Like I don't know why it would, but maybe. I know it definitely would if I played a snap. I'd imagine Carson Wentz would be unusable, but let's just take a look. I mean, they got a nice 20-yard play there, but they did go backwards both like pass. What kind of punt was that? We did go with a pass-heavy playbook as well, but apparently the game's like, we know this is Carson Wentz. This is probably going to be picked off. I'm going to be honest with you. This is probably going to be intercepted. Let's play it safe. I mean, that's kind of like the perfect throw. Okay. Do they even recognize him as a bad player? I'm so confused. What's happening here? I know it's like a little throw. Okay, there you go. Although they said under pressure, which they do have a superstar X Factor edge rusher, which I imagine was the guy that did that to us. Oh, there was a guy right in his face there. Oh, man, I didn't even see him. But what I will say is it sure as heckers doesn't seem like he's having issues. It's the first time I've ever said heckers, by the way. That, I can't tell if that was a bad throw or not because he kind of got abused on that play. Quick out, maybe. They look like they're absolutely ready for that. Giving him a test deep with Logan Thomas, perhaps. No, they're not really ready for it. I mean, I don't see an issue with the throwing. I don't know, dude. I think the game is just busted. Like, can we take a shot deep and see what 60 throw power looks like going down the field? See Terry McLaurin, obviously, if he's one-on-one, which he is. I mean, of course, he gets picked off, but that is underthrown. But it's not, like, vastly underthrown, right? That's still, like, 30, 40 yards on the field. And once again, we were kind of off balance. We'll try one more, back out, sim it out, and see what happens. That sounded like some sort of, like, kids rhyme. It's like a kids bop, like, showdown song. I don't even know what that means, but I just said it. Let's try Curtis Samuel here. I mean, it is underthrown for sure, right? Wow, look, I mean, we all know that's the way the corners play in this game, is they play better than wide receivers, but can you please give me a chance? Thank you. It just seems like I feel like under like 80 overall for throw power, the throw power just doesn't exist. Like, it's just the game it just treats them as an 80, and I think that's the problem. I think the game doesn't expect players to be in the 60s, specifically quarterbacks, so the game kind of just bases them out. They're kind of just like a 70, because 60 throw power should be like unusably bad. Because if you put a wide receiver out there, they can't make a damn throw to save their lives. But actually, to be fair, the running back throw ability, I don't really give a damn. Who cares? Let's go on. They win against the Saints. They're playing against the Buccaneers now. They win against the Buccaneers, and they're going to the Super Bowl. The winner of this Super Bowl between the Washington and the Steelers is the Washington. The Commanders, if you will. And, it's hard to say. Like, their football team or their commander, I don't know. But I don't imagine this is going to be replicated by the 99 overall Carson Wentz because, once again, the game just didn't acknowledge Wentz as a bad player, unfortunately. But we still got to give it a go, right? Oh, man. I'm going to run the Chiefs offense because this team just doesn't stand a chance, dude. 57 overall. Look at the defense. Look at these dudes. Look at these guys. Sounded like Shaggy there for a second. Not the guy that, saw him banging on the counter. But 60 overall, pretty much across the board. Somehow makes him a 39, which, you know what? I'm inclined to agree here. Outside, like, under 90 for, like, any athleticisms at corner, and you might as well be a 39 overall, whatever. But let's go in. I mean, if this team even goes to the playoffs, I'd be shocked. But, yeah, I just didn't expect the Carson. I should have remembered that the game doesn't really kind of code that way. Or just well, I guess, in general. I could have just said. But, yeah, Carson Wentz being a 30-some overall, playing like a top 15 quarterback in the league. Love it. Yeah, 5-12. This didn't happen, did it? This didn't go the way it did. I mean, Carson Wentz kind of played better, but that might have just been the scheme once again. So I kind of want to see what the defensive numbers were and what the defensive rankings were. Not ranking. I don't know what. Sure. But they got to be pretty bad. Number 1 in yards with 32nd in defense. Points scoring, number 9, which is, I mean, even that's not super great. It's good. But 32nd in defense. I mean, you got a defense this bad, you kind of expect it. So, I mean, it's not quite the outcome I wanted, but defense does win championships, I guess. Whereas, a good quarterback, doesn't matter how good the quarterback is if your defense is just trash, because it's just hard to score on offense. They got 9th in scoring, but 1 in yards, which tells you, the clock management for the defense just getting rolled on. It was just too much for the team. Overall, this did not, once again, go the way I wanted it to. It was just kind of all over the place, but more importantly, the game just didn't sim Carson Wentz the way they should have. This could have been a very interesting one if you had Carson Wentz playing like himself, which should have been like 60 interceptions, like 7 touchdowns, and like 2,300 yards or something, then you don't know, right? You just don't know what happens in that situation. But unfortunately, no matter what the quarterback's overall is, it appears that they're just going to be bad. Maybe, you know what? Because this one didn't go the way I wanted to, I'm going to rerun that one, but I'm going to run a punter at quarterback and see if that changes anything. All right, one final sim. It matters the most. Morstead. I've seen a couple of trick plays in my time. Kick power is great, but you're a quarterback now, damn it. All right, 15-2 still with a punter at quarterback. Now, it won't show his stats, but we might be able to see it if we look in here, hopefully. No, that's not where we're looking. Passing. They don't have that either. So did they just, like, just assume we didn't pass the ball? What is this? So they had us at 27. Passing yards were 4,000. We had 27 passing touchdowns. So it was weird again. What about turnovers? Should show our give. We should be like the highest one, right? So we gave the ball away 25 times. So it's a really weird way of looking at it, but the game still said that we were like positive on touchdowns and picks with a punter at quarterback. So it was like 27 passing touchdowns for 25 interceptions, like 4,000 passing yards with a punter. So this wasn't a bad experiment. It's just bad coding, unfortunately. So, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter who you have at quarterback. You just kind of win. The quarterback just does well, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to sim the Super Bowl and see if this punter-led team can win the Super Bowl in sim. And there's a very good chance. So those 99s, they really can carry, huh? And they lose, though. Okay, I mean, that's kind of random, but I guess that's the experiment. No, quarterback cannot outweigh 99 defense in sim. In real life, I'd still be leaning towards the 99 defense, right? Offense is crazy, the quarterback and all that, but having 99 overalls on defense would make it where the score is like never reaching double digits for the other team. So, I mean, you just run the ball a little bit on offense, you probably get away with the win, right? I mean, Washington, like I said, was kind of doing it for years now. But, yeah, I would have loved to see an actual sim where, like, what happens to the team if the quarterback is throwing, like, 50-some touchdowns. I can't actually play the games because then I would just, I could dictate the entire thing. There's nothing I could really do about it, to be honest. Unless there was a way to player lock, like running back or something, but that would just be such a long process. But regardless, if you have an experiment similar to this one, I'm going to try to avoid anything involving, like, punter, kicker, quarterback, like, numbers, because, like, you could obviously see it didn't matter. They just acted as if he was a good starting guy. Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this, I don't know how you would have, because the game kind of just cucked this entire idea. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe. We do a ton of franchise stuff, usually better than this. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!